What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Second Take. Week 5, New York Giants versus Green Bay Packers. So, if you remember in Week 4, I prefaced this video by saying I don't think the Giants are going to be able to beat Green Bay. And we look terrible. Eli Manning, does his usual antics at the end when people play that prevent soft cloud defense. And, oh, he's so amazing. Look at him go at the end of 2-minute quarters. He's killing it. He's such an amazing comeback quarterback. Blah, blah, blah. He's trash. He's trash. That last second, touchdowns, I don't get too excited about those comebacks because prevent defense just does one thing. It prevents teams from winning. And it prevents the team that's actually doing the driving with the prevent defense of just piling up just, empty yards and, potentially getting a touchdown. But it's really about just, people letting the clock just get eaten up by the offense. Because if you're up by 14 points with, 3 minutes to go, you're 99% of the time going to win. So your goal is just to let them eat the clock, cloud the formation, keep them in bounds, let them pick up big chunks of yardage. So let's not get excited about Eli Manning's 2-minute drive skills, all right? Anybody can do that. Any and everybody can do that. It's not hard. Now, let's get back into Week 5. So Week 5 saw the New York Giants really get exposed, and really you saw their injuries. Little caveat for everybody out there. Since 2011, the New York Giants have had the most injuries in the NFL. So, they've been a team that's been hit hard by injuries. And if you remember my Week 1 video, I said that I like the Eagles to win the division because they had better players. But than the Giants overall, I felt that they just had better players at most positions. But I also stated that I thought the Giants literally had good players or very good players, but the issue would be if they got injured, they had little to no depth. And we're starting to see that now because right now, the New York Giants secondary is depleted. Eli Apple played, but he went back out. Still got an issue with his hamstring. DRC played, but he still got a groin injury. Went out for a little bit, came back, but he's still hampered by a groin injury. You saw the big wrap on the upper portion of his right thigh. And then the kid Thomas, the safety, the rookie, he's out. He's been out since Week 3. So, let's put in perspective. The Giants secondary is depleted, and the backups are really, really bad. They're not even average. They're just bad. So the secondary's been depleted. The running back position, you got now I'm not saying Jennings is a star, but he's out. He's our starting running back. And then Shane Vereen, he's a pretty good running back. I like Shane Vereen, but we just don't use him how we should use him. We've actually used him a little bit better this year than last year, but he's not he's not going to carry the ball 25 times for you. So our running backs, I thought we had the most depth at running back, to be honest with you. And this kid, Orleans Darkwa, he's going to be a pretty good running back if he gets the opportunity to play. But what's hampering him going to the offensive line? The offensive line, I've said this probably in every video, terrible. Our offensive line is terrible. Pugh is good. The center is good. The right guard is okay. I like our center and our left guard. Our right guard's okay. Jerry, what's the rookie's name? Newhouse, that kid, the left tackle, I forget his name. But these guys are really bad. They're really, really bad. They don't allow Eli Manning to step up into the pocket. They're continuously getting beat off the edge or getting beat inside. So Eli Manning right now, I think, is playing a little bit with twinkle toes, and I cannot blame him. The offensive line is really bad, and they're talking about, put Beatty in. Beatty's trash. He was trash before the contract. He's trash after the contract. He's a holding call nightmare, and I always say offensive and defensive line, if they're not good, you're not going to win. Now let's go to the defensive side of the ball, the defensive line in particular. I don't know, but our defensive line is when you look at them on paper, they should be pretty good. But can they beat anybody in a one-on-one matchup right now? No, they can't. So I can't say they're good. Now, you could tell me Spags isn't blitzing because the secondary is injured, but he hasn't done that in week 1 and in week 2 when they were winning and the secondary was healthy. He truly believes in playing these vanilla defenses. Let's, rush 3, rush 4 max, and let everybody else drop into coverage. That doesn't work. You saw Aaron Rodgers. Now, I will give credit to the Giants secondary in this way. Like, Aaron Rodgers had 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds to stay in the pocket. How long do you want the secondary to cover for? It's bound for them to give up a play after that much time. You literally saw the four defensive linemen going at the Green Bay Packers offensive line, which, by the way, is pretty damn good. They're one of the top 5 offensive lines in football, and they could not get pressure, not even a little bit. So we're really being exposed right now. Our defensive line is where we spend all the money, and they're not getting pressure. That's a problem. We actually had a few blitzes, but when we do blitz, we fall down and trip on ourselves. Just a nightmare. Our linebackers, we haven't had good linebackers since the 80s. It's been a nightmare. I just don't know why we don't draft linebackers. I mean, linebackers are critical because they're not only playing against the run, they're playing against the pass. They probably do that more than anybody on the field, with the exception of a strong safety every once in a while. He may come down in the box, but he's not going to be playing the run as much as a linebacker is, and he's not going to be playing the pass as much as a linebacker is together. So, critical part of the defense, and we're really not good. Casillas has regressed. So our defense really didn't get the job done, and then our offense really didn't get the job done. Victor Cruz was a no-show. The kid Shepard, he really didn't do much. Our tight end is injured. Donnell, he's not, super awesome, great, but he is the starter. Will Tye had a couple of nice plays, but right now we're just a beaten and battered team. And just to go back to my original first week video, I said we'd be 7-9 after this year, 8-8, if I wanted to be honest with myself. And we're going up against a Ravens team right now, which is probably ticked off because they should have won that game. The linebacker made a play and then dropped the ball at the 1 and went through the end zone. It was touchback. They should have won 17-16. They would have had the ball first and goal from the 1 or 2. But because of that miscue, they lost 16-10. They're probably ticked off. We do have them at home, which is a good thing. But they're one of, I think, the top 3 in pass defense, and that's what we do pretty okay. We can't run the ball at all. It's sad, but Giant fans, don't want to hear this, but we haven't had a good running game since Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber 1 year ran for 1,800 and something yards. And he had multiple over, 12, 14, 1,500 yard seasons. So, I mean, Tiki Barber was a good running back, man. The line obviously has a lot to do with that. But we've, went through a lot of change at running back, and no one seems to have figured out how to run the ball on this team right now. So, my assessment of the New York Giants, 2-3. We should have probably been 3-2. I think we should have beat Washington. Minnesota destroyed us. Green Bay destroyed us. I guess we'll get the Bears and Lions because we're playing in that division. We should be able to beat the Bears with the kid Hoyer. He looked pretty good last week. And the Lions hit or miss. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're terrible. They play kind of like us. Play whoever the opponent is, we play up or down. When we're expected to win, we lose. When we're expected to lose, we win. Really weird, this team. Eli Manning. Let's get to him because I really haven't spoken about Eli for quite some time. But Eli Manning in 2.5 games was playing awesome. I was actually going to start to say, hey, maybe we should think about Eli as an MVP candidate after in week 3 during the game. I was thinking that. But then he threw the interception and things fell out, and, you know, we lost the game to Washington. We got dominated by Minnesota, got dominated by Green Bay. Eli Manning, a lot of miscues. The interceptions, yeah, they suck. But when he fumbles, it's like as soon as somebody touches this guy, he drops the ball. Like, do you have no strength? Do you have no awareness? Do you not realize you need to hold on to the ball? Like, you're in the league for over 12, 13, 14 years now, man. Come on. You completely have no regard for possession of the football. And they talk about how the coach is like, you know, take care of the Duke. Take care of the Duke. Now, the Duke is the football. They don't take care of the Duke. They continuously give it away to the opponent. And we cannot, for the life of us, let's just go back to the defense again. And I know I'm all over the place, but they are ticking me off, the whole team. The defense, with this vanilla defense, rush 4, we have a combined total of 1 turnover force. That was on the tip ball last week in week 5. You'd think you should probably blitz and maybe put some pressure on. Teams are just going up and down the field on us, like as if it's so easy. I mean, Sam Bradford, for the life of me, made it look so easy against this defense. And it's, you know, when you have a defense that plays these vanilla formations, it's not very hard for a quarterback to figure out who's going to be where, who's going to be open, and when they're going to be open. Right now, my assessment of the New York Giants is, I'm ticked off. You know, I feel we should be better than we are. But you know what? This is right around where I predicted we would be. Right around this 500, little bit less than 500-ish team. So, you know, it sucks to be a Giants fan, but, you know, I always remember, man, 2012 is not that long ago. We won a championship 4 years ago. We just got to find some magic. We got to find something that works, man. We'll see what happens next week in week 6 with the Ravens. A chance to go at least 3-3. Right now, we're in last place. We've experienced first place and last place in the division. We'll see, man. I don't think we're a last place team. I think we should, you know, if you would have asked me early in the year where we would be, I would say probably second or third. We would fight Dallas for that second spot, and right now Dallas playing really well. We did beat them, but week 6, moving on, man. Hope you like this video, man. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and I'll hit you up next week in the next one. All right, peace.